Hello, YouTube. Today I want to talk about my YouTube addiction and my return from my vacation. And yes, I said that word twice. That's what I'm calling it. That's the best I could come up with. And to start, let me just say that it's really easy for me to see things through the lens of addiction because I'm an addiction counselor. So I see a lot of parallels with everything that people do a lot of and addiction, right? And classic examples of addiction like alcoholism or something like that, right? But I feel like in my journey towards seeing YouTuber as an addiction, I think one of the best examples was Shay Carl. Before he had this blow up in his life of a whole bunch of drama and, you know, cheating on his wife and whatnot and fall from grace, he had made a video where he had left YouTube for a while. He was going to take his family on a vacation from being in the spotlight for like a whole year and then see if they wanted to return. So the Shaytards started that vacation, and I don't think it even got to the point where he really wanted to go before his dramatic fall from grace. But in that video where he was describing the reasons why, he was talking about how he was constantly checking his cell phone for gratification. You know, the numbers coming in, the comments coming in. He would get, comment after comment after comment, but also he could check his Social Blade stats. And he could just in a day check that like 20 times to see the trajectory of his channel. And the level of obsession that he had with getting that instant gratification from saying, yes, I have more comments. Yes, I have more likes and more views. It rose to the level where I was thinking of it like, wow, this dude is truly addicted to YouTube. He's not just a YouTube star. He's addicted to it, and it's creating problems in his life. The amount of time he spent getting that instant gratification all the time, and the way that it was infecting the rest of his life. Now, I've experienced a little bit of this, but in recent years, because of thinking of things through that perspective, I've put up little barriers in my life to where YouTube doesn't cross over into the other things that I'm trying to do. I don't let it, and those boundaries are very important. Boundaries. Everyone, set some up. Talk about them with your significant others. Boundaries. They're very healthy, right? But the parts of what Shay Carl was saying that really like stuck with me were the things that I saw myself doing as well. I used to use Social Blade to chart the growth of my channel against other people's channels, and some people in particular that I was wanting to eclipse as I was on my way to growing my channel to the biggest it can be, right? And I'd say I, at one point, was checking it daily, especially before 2013. I was checking a whole bunch of different people's stats and subscriber levels and views daily. More than daily, right? And I feel like it's part of that YouTube dream where people feel like they're going to be millionaires because of YouTube. I could have a channel that was 10 times what it is right now. Sorry, not 10 times. 1,000 times bigger than it is right now, I think. And I still wouldn't quit my career. Nope. Let's see. 10, 100 times I would have still less income from YouTube and other streams than what I make in my career. And then at 1,000 times, I would still be like, YouTube is not stable enough, you know? So, yeah, I'd be making a little bit more better money, but I wouldn't trust this platform anymore. And I feel like there are probably a good majority of my friends here on YouTube that still, in some way, have that dream of becoming a person who makes YouTube videos for a living, and to the point where they're not scrimping by. They're actually living in luxury because of all that YouTube revenue, and Patreon money and whatnot. I feel like in my video making, I took a turn for, I'm not doing this for the money anymore. I'm not doing this for the likes anymore. I'm not doing this for the views anymore. I'm actually trying to have a conversation with like some abstract internet archaeologist 200 years in the future to tell them what it was like to live in this time, And so my perspective on things being that different, I could see what used to be me in other people, and I could see similarities between other people's perspective on being a YouTuber in a way where I was kind of removed from it, and I could see the patterns a little bit more clearly. So it's a very destructive thing in your life when you are addicted to anything, and those parts of the addiction that still stuck with me, that there's one aspect of it that I just couldn't shake, and that was the desire to create at least a video every day. And on those days in my life where I have not created a video and uploaded it to YouTube, I have felt bad about it. I just had this nagging feeling like, man, this is another day that's gone by that I haven't checked in with everyone. I haven't put a message out there into the world. And it just simply the act of having something published every day was something that was regulating in my life, in my emotions, in my mood, And so recently I took a vacation, right? And when you take a vacation, like you leave your home setup, go out there into the world, and you don't really know if you're going to have internet access along the way, stuff like that. You if you're of this mindset where you have to upload every day, you have this withdrawal, as it were, if you go a day without uploading, then vacations seem like something daunting, because you're going to experience that withdrawal while you're on your vacation. So you might, while you're in a hotel room, upload a video that you shot during that day, just to be a place marker, a get right, something that will elevate your mood just because you know that you uploaded something, that day. And I've seen this in other people's channels where if they're going to go one day without uploading a content, they will ask a guest YouTuber to come onto their channel with a video, somebody with a lesser subscriber base who's looking to, promote themselves, and they will have them make a video for their channel just as a placeholder, because they would feel like shit if they didn't upload a video, or they feel like it's part of the reason why the algorithm has been rewarding them that they upload daily, so they don't want to miss out on that algorithm boost because it affects their bottom line, their income and whatnot. and they don't want to be kicked off the gravy train of the YouTube algorithm rewarding them, because, let's face it, a lot of the people that are the biggest stars here on YouTube didn't get there by talent. They just got chosen at random, you know. And yes, their talent might have grown since then, but still, I feel like they recognize that they were winners of a grand internet lottery of people's attention, and there isn't much to them that couldn't be duplicated and done better by somebody else. So they are very protective of their status, and so that they want to upload daily to, prevent themselves from losing that. So they've got this other motivation than I would have, being a little bit more removed because I'm looking at things through this perspective, but I can see it in them because I don't have that in me anymore. It's very apparent in them. It's sometimes they even say it up front. I don't want my channel to die, so here's a video from this other person, to keep you guys going this day, And in some ways, it's like they're a drug dealer to their own audience. If you guys went one day without your fix of things that come from this channel, then you guys might find a different addiction to go to. So I'm going to, bridge that gap. So anyway, I went on this vacation, right? And the main part of it was we wanted to go see the totality of the eclipse. And so we picked a place that was going to be where not a lot of other people would be going. We went to Crescent Lake National Wildlife Refuge in Nebraska, right? And we saw a whole bunch of people headed towards Alliance, towards the Carhenge spectacle, which I don't think it'll ever get as many visitors as it got that day. But then we went north to the Dakotas, went through the Pine Ridge Reservation. We went to Mount Rushmore, to the Crazy Horse Monument. We drove through a lot of Wyoming, just seeing the sights, and actually just at a certain point, without a real direction in our vacation, just going whichever way the wind blew on this little road trip we took with our dogs in the back of the truck. And we even stayed at a place in Wyoming. This was an actual motel that had zero internet access, no Wi-Fi. And in today's day and age, I was like, what the fuck? This exists? You have a motel with zero Wi-Fi. I was like, whoa. But still, during that vacation, I uploaded a couple of clips just because I wanted that placeholder to be there, so that I wasn't feeling that urge that I didn't upload something today, and I failed at my task of trying to upload daily, right? And it will help me to enjoy my vacation more, to know that some content went up, because I don't want to go without putting something out there into the world. And I got back from this vacation, and I had a lot of footage, and a lot of them were one take shots where I hit record, filmed whatever it was, stopped it, and I was like, as is, this is a good YouTube video to my standards, right? And I know that my standards are not the same as other people, but I'm not the same as other people. I took a lot of these one take shots, and I uploaded them all on the same day at the end of my vacation. And I put them out with the scheduler as one upload per day, and I ended up with what I called the vacation, where I would, for 2 weeks after having my vacation, be able to live my life knowing that it doesn't matter whether or not I want to make a video or not. Because for 2 weeks, I will have content that I created going, published at 9 a.m. every day. And each of those videos was of the quality that I felt like it wasn't just filler. Each of them was a good video. Now, I didn't get rewarded in views for that, and I feel like either A, nobody wants to see your vacation, your vacation vlog, or B, if you upload something to YouTube and set it to scheduled, then YouTube doesn't promote it as it would if you uploaded it and published it on the same day, because that initial boost of 24 hours of more likelihood of you showing up in someone's feed, that is basically removed by you scheduling the video. So if you set scheduled videos, you're going to get less views because of the algorithm. It's one or the other, maybe both. Yeah, probably both. But yeah, it wasn't, for me, it wasn't about the views. There is this disconnect between the way that I experience this addiction and other people do. Other people get rewarded by the number of views that come in. My idea is quality of the video versus quantity of the views and up thumbs, right? My audience is different. It's in the future. This is like an archive that I'm curating. So I was okay with the lower view counts as they came in, but what I was really wanting to experience was, what is it like having gone 7 or 8 years now, uploading or trying to upload daily and sometimes failing, but trying this constant regulator in my life, and then going 2 weeks of, okay, you don't have to do anything. Your get right is already there. You should have a good mood each day without having to do anything to achieve it. To remove that one thing from your mind that's pressing, like, oh shit, did I upload to YouTube today? And I can tell you that it was freeing of a strange sort of I haven't uploaded anxiety. And I would recommend to anyone that was feeling this way, that there was this pressure to perform, maybe try some scheduled uploads. Yeah, you might get a few less views, but think about it as a self-care issue. Do you want to live your life with this pressing need to upload, or could you be creative on one day and collect it all when the muse strikes, and then set some of those videos that you created scheduled out so that you don't have to keep grinding, and does this affect your creativity? Some people, maybe it would make it worse. Some people it would make it better. Some people might still have that anxiety that if they scheduled a video out, in the future by a week, that by the time that day came around, their video wouldn't be fresh enough. Especially if they're the kind of person who likes to chase trending topics on YouTube, or regurgitate the news here on YouTube. If they're that kind of person, they might not be able to get a vacation effect. But I can tell you that I am well rested now, not just after having my vacation, but after having my vacation. And would recommend. I would. And I guess we'd have to see a lot of other people trying this in order to really validate that there is an effect here for longtime YouTubers, you know? And I feel like it's a good thing to reflect on because when you get to the point where I've got like 3,000 videos on this channel, right? I could have put my efforts into something else and maybe mastered a certain talent, or I could have had a doctorate finished by now for the amount of hours that I've put into making videos just for YouTube. So I think it's very healthy, given that I don't have a doctorate degree, to, look at the time that I've spent in this world and really examine, what is it about this that was more worth it to me than some other endeavors that might have paid off a lot better. Especially if you're one of those YouTubers that thinks that you're going to get rich by being a YouTube star, and you still don't have the subscriber base to achieve that, and your channel's not even on a trajectory to achieve it by the time you're drawing Social Security as an old person. Yeah, think about things through different perspectives as far as, like, what are you doing with your time? And what is it about this medium that makes you want to upload each and every day? And are there parts of it that are not healthy for you? That maybe you could mitigate by doing something differently. Talk to y'all later.